carriage drivers, ask-it-ins, anyone who's had traffic on the road, anyone who knows the traffic on the road, would have sight of it, would have talked to it, would have interacted with it, would have heard of it. Would have heard of it would be people in the inns with the rumours. Would have seen it, interacted with it, carriage drivers. I'm off to Riften. And either way, on that way to Riften, I'll either talk to a carriage driver to find out what I need to find out, or I'll be talking to an innkeeper. Got something you want to say to me, Serana? And so here we are, here in Fort Dawnguard, where the tables have turned. Serana, the Elder Scroll that I was so worried about, which I kind of tried to justify that I put them in a safe place by putting them back in the castle, although that was really not a good explanation at all. One retrospectively, just a coping mechanism probably, except now those things I was concerned about are mysteriously back in our possession. Not that she put it that way, but I'll put it that way. Although I am skeptical. It's better this way, sure, but the way she's just come back here when I was out and she met Isran, I don't know what to make of it all. I spent the night here nonetheless. Well, I had a nap, a bite to eat and something to drink. I'm feeling a bit peckish again now though. But when I had my nap, I had to have it under armed guard. Thank Cardro for that. I think he's having a bit of a sit down now. How you doing, eh? Anyway, what are you doing? I've more thoughts spinning around in my mind. Theories. What Serana might be doing to do with the vampire menace in general. Though I haven't quite formulated them well yet. Suspicions, vague feelings, not articulatable, if that's even the word at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to press forward on Isran's orders. Well, hardly his orders this time, are they? I'm going to talk to either, well, or both, a carriage driver, or many carriage drivers, hopefully. Well, no, hopefully not many carriage drivers, and some innkeepers. And see if there's been any sightings of any moth priests. Or anyone just coming from the Imperial City in general. Apparently Isran was watching the road and came across some scholarly-like looking people from the Imperial City. That's the only lead we have to go off. So, the first settlement, going from Fort Dawnguard, is Riften. Should I head inside the city and head straight to the inn and ask the innkeeper? Or should I go around to the stable and find the carriage driver? If I'm incredibly lucky, the carriage driver might have seen something. The carriage driver will be a great first-hand account, actually. If he's actually seen something, he wouldn't have heard of something like an innkeeper would have. He will have actually seen it himself. It's great primary research, so I reckon I'm probably going to go try him first. And if he has seen something, well, we can take the carriage right there, can't we? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So it won in tow? Seems so. Although...
Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open.
I almost kind of believe him on that, you know. When I was going for my nap last night, he was stood by his bed.
Even with all my preparations, we can't be too careful. The monsters could strike us at any moment.
Anything to say?
Yes?
Aren't you the farm boy?
Keep your neck covered.
I kind of want to go have a chat with the two people I brought in.
Need something?
I don't know.
Fight well.
You.
This isn't exactly a palace, is it? Still, it's sturdy, secure, and seems defensible.
Well, I'm glad you approve.
I suppose I'd rather be here than most other places in Skyrim. If Isran needs me, it must be pretty bad. I wonder what we're up against here.
And I wonder what your own opinion of yourself is. If Isran needs me, it must be pretty bad. Either you think very highly of yourself, or you think very lowly of yourself. Either or there. What can I do to help you specifically? You are, well, Isran's talking about crossbows and such.
I want to add some punch to our crossbow capabilities. Done all I can on my own. I need a little inspiration. I've always been fascinated with Dwemer artifacts. I take them apart, poke around in their guts, and try to figure things out. With mixed results. But as luck would have it, I've tracked down the location of some actual Dwemer diagram drawings. So, if you'd be a dear and collect those plans for me?
If you'll pay me on principle rather than actually needing it. What have you got for sale?
It's not easy to get supplies way out here, but I'm managing. Take a look.
Bits and bats, have you? Bits and bats. Sunfire. The first page on that says something about a ball of sunlight that does damage to undead. Huh. Interesting. What can you tell me about this old Dawnguard that you left?
I've only heard stories. Not sure if any of them are true.
That you didn't leave?
Like that they were supposed to guard some vampire here, but wound up all becoming vampires themselves when they saw how powerful he was. And then preyed on the rift until finally someone put them down. I guess it doesn't matter now. At least Isran is trying to do something noble with the name. All right then.
I almost don't want to open the gate with this talk of trolls and such, but... Okay. Yes, of course, you're part of the...
Takes some getting used to.
All Vigilance Suspendar with... Isran. Gunmar, hello.
If you're putting yourself in harm's way, you'd best be prepared. Take these.
Tries to wear me down, are you? What can I do to help you?
I've discovered the whereabouts of a vampire lair. Destroying the head vampire is usually sufficient to scatter its minions, though it's best to destroy every last one of them.
Really, that's it? I was hoping for something more material than that. I stand something to gain out of what I'm doing for Serene, whatever her bleeding name is. Whereas are you? Fine, if I'm found to be a member of the Dawnguard, I should really act like it. Although I do have more pressing things at hand. What do you have for sale?
Isran had a surprising stockpile of weapons and armor. Take a look.
You do have quite a lot there. Nothing I'm really interested in, though. Although I think I have something you might be interested in. Yes. Take all those back.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. You. Are you that farm boy?
Need something?
You sound like him.
I've heard the rumors around Skyrim. I know something's going on, and I've seen the vampires. I felt I had two choices. I could either live in fear of the night, or I could do something to help protect my people.
Right. I may as well ask him here. Bite your tongue, Norton. What can I do to help?
Serene needs help with her project to improve our crossbows. And if that doesn't interest you, speak with Gunmar. He has something for you. I'd better get going.
I suppose we're all a little crazy.
This conversation's already taken place. Must be the farm boys too naive to notice. Okay. To Riften we go. I need to sit down with Inigo at some points, because me and him need to have a good old gossip about a certain someone, but I think me and you... need to do the same kind of thing. Maybe with like a chair here, a table there, and you get to sit on a chair over there while we talk, because you clearly have to learn some boundaries, Serana. Especially when you're a bleeding vampire. Bleeding! Didn't see you then, so he stumbled around to you. I got this. I said I had this, although if you can't resist clubbing her across the face, I can't blame you anymore. Scout the tree line. Yeah. Yeah, nice to see you arriving late to the party.
Where'd you come from?
Who is that? Another one of them. Okay, Serana's getting stuck in this time. Must be scouts. Now, I really do want to accuse you here. Although part of my pondering, which I'm not yet to articulate because I'm still mullering it about in my mind, is how obvious Fort Dawnguard is to find. I mean, it is tucked away, but I want to hypothesize that maybe by bringing you back here, you'd gone back to the castle and told them all where Fort Dawnguard is. That was my immediate suspicion of you, because I mean, why on earth would I trust you? Why on earth would anyone trust you? There. Except any point I tried to make in that department is immediately contradicted by the fact that every single guard I've seen to talk to in Skyrim knows exactly where the old Fort Dawnguard is. That old fort near Riften, they call it. This really can't be that hard to find. So the foot traffic on the road, the vampire scouts, even before you were here. Maybe it's easily explainable. Although me, I'm just wanting to put all the blame on you because, well, you're you, aren't you? You again? Is it the same? You? Thank you.
Let's move faster. Besides, let's not break this.
We'll move. Serana, are you like a... You are like a lantern to these moths. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. And I need to be carrying around a potion of cure disease at all times, no matter the engagement with any vampire. I need to be supping that, regardless of how I feel. Right, to Riften. I have to follow the road, and once I get to the walls, I need to turn right and shadow the walls until I become to the stable on the northern side. Everyone should probably be moving in a tighter formation than what we're in at the minute. Are you all? Okay. That's fine. Let's not get in the rush to intervene. Although, colour me intrigued.
Things are getting old. You need a new supplier.
You could be talking to Serana for all I know. Let's just deal with this. Thank you. Okay. Not seeing any vampire dust on you. And now we're here. It's bare right. The carriage driver's got nothing. Let's just go inside the city and talk to one of the innkeeps. It's second-hand information, but sure. Hopefully, we can strike gold here, no matter what I have to do to get the information I require. Excuse me,
Need a ride?
have you seen a moth priest?
It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? Old man with a grey robe.
You're telling me. You seen anyone like that?
Might be that I have, but I can't say for sure. I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by out here.
And how much gold have I given you over the past couple of months to take me here, there, and everywhere? You're good company. You're a good chat when you're not talking about those mysterious card sheets, which the land's full of them down south. But hey, I paid you a lot of money. You're a good chat. Let's keep this reasonable. Let's keep this working relationship topped up, shall we? It's very important I find him. Show us some bleeding respect.
Can't help you, friend. I might remember better if my pockets weren't so light.
Do you have an addiction? I mean, I once spoke to a skooma dealer, and I forced him to hand over his skooma by threat of violence, and he said straight to me after, "Oh, you need it more than me." I felt really bad then. Not for him for handing it over, because I managed to look at myself in a different light than I do normally, and it was rather, well, disappointing to be able to look at myself like that. But now I'm looking at you in the way that Khajiit looked at me when he tried to sell me all that and handed it over out of pity. Whatever you've got to fund, will this do?
Oh, yes. I remember your moth priest now.
Oh, I don't like you
Wanted me
anymore.
to take him out to Dragonbridge, but I told him it ain't one of my stops.
Can it be a stop for me?
Where do you want to go?
Tell you what, keep your bleeding gold. Take us to Solitude, and that's the end of it.
Climbing back, and we'll be off.
I like the way you're just pretending as if we haven't just had a major disagreement.
You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Akatosh, give me strength.
From the castle, you used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains. It's exactly what I'd imagined.
Yeah, good for you, Serana. Right. I'm going to avoid taking carriages for quite a long time now. Just out of principle.
They say if a vampire so much as scratches you, you'll turn into one. That better not be true.
Imagine to have one in such close proximity to you. I really need to find a shrine. I really, really do. Dragonbridge. Back up the main road. Take a left. I could probably do just going into Solitude. Going to find an alchemist, but it's the middle of the night. I'll be able to find a shrine in the middle of the night, but really? Grab something to eat. I started feeling a little bit under the weather again. Can't really tell why, though. It's just a good policy to just be constantly necking potions of cure disease at all times, I think, from now on. We all know what happens when you don't. I should probably indulge in one sooner rather than later. I'll keep this candle light up until I make it down to Dragonbridge, and hopefully the light down there will be sufficient. Becoming more and more wary these days of traversing the wilds of a candle above my head. Literally lighting yourself up. not a good fate to leave yourself to. Not a good position to put yourself in. What's this? What's this? Okay, Imperials. Careful. As you were. Dawn's almost upon us, actually. Right. Anyone out here I can ask? I should have really asked the carriage driver, although I don't think I would have got anywhere, what direction in Dragonbridge that moth priest went. North to Solitude? If you're going to Solitude, he would have just asked to go to Solitude to begin with, surely. So that's a good enough reason to completely remove Solitude from the equation, unless he's wanting to, the moth priest is wanting to throw the carriage driver off. Excuse me?
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Seen a few of them knocking around, actually. Seems to be more hassle than good. Have you seen a moth priest visiting Dragonbridge? Has he been here whilst you've been on your post?
Ah, so that was a moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south, across the Dragon Bridge.
Brilliant. I don't really need to ask you any more than that. Thank you very much.
Alright then.
As you were. South across the road. Okay. I thought I'd be arsing around in Dragonbridge for a lot longer than that. Maybe I'll have to return for a short while yet. Right up. The dawn is upon us to shed some light on something. Imperial soldier. Vampire. Don't even need Serana to take a look at that. And there is a note there. Is there a sigil on that note? Just a flower. And the horse. Anything spilled out? No, purely personnel transport. Okay. Let's open this up. I have new orders for you. Prepare an ambush just south of the Dragon Bridge. Take the Moth Priest to the Forebears holdout for safekeeping until I can break his will. Malchus. Right, well, I've been about this area. There's a few caves to duck in. Surely it must be nearby if the ambush is laid here. There's another bridge to my left, there's another bridge behind me to the left, and then there's ultimately the bridge they originally came over. Let's try the bridge to my immediate left. Or maybe it's just blood to follow. It's heading this way anyway. Right. And of course, funny how things pan out. You wouldn't think that a bunch of vampires would let such a clue go unnoticed, would they? Or go noticed, rather. Like spilling your beef broth on the floor when you're ravenous for a bite to eat. It could also be a lure by itself, is that a... This might well be it, you know. Serana?
Do you need something?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Your eyes have changed colour again. I am sure your eyes have just changed colour. You are a strange creature, you. Strange, strange, strange. Like, Is it a symptom of your strain of vampirism? That during the night your eyes are blue? I think every time your eyes are blue, it could have been sometime during the night. That could well be it. Although at the task at hand... On one hand, that looks promising. On the other hand, it looks not promising. I see gargoyle statues. Sentries. Get a look at you. What are you wearing? Some kind of robe? Right, if we're outed, where's the foot traffic? Where can we funnel it? There's a stairwell here, although I can't even see very well there. I think the only way down on foot is to go... I can't even see there. Tell you what. It's cause a ruckus. Just one more. Come to settle. Come to settle. Don't double back on yourself. You came to settle. You did what I asked. And now I've alerted someone behind you. Okay, you're out of the picture. You're following the arrow, it's straight over there. That went over you. If you're going to be following the path, you're coming through here. Missed. And now you're about to go out my view. Got you. Okay, this star rainbow's taken some getting used to, but we're getting there. Oh. It's like my drawing arm a bit of a rest. Inigo Carjo. How many figures do you see in there? I count at least 2. I might be able to get up on the walkway and get a closer look. So I think now I'm going to have to cast myself some candle light. Okay, there's one more. Where do you go? Oh, there you are. Okay, let's try and keep this tidy. I've already made my own little mess of it. Let's call it my little mark of things. How about that? Okay. What would they be doing with the moth priest here, though, if Serana has the Elder Scroll? Is that thing made entirely just for captivity? Potentially. Okay. Go to the second level. Right, that was you with the robe on. Pitch black. I'll try this side. What the hell? Fire. It is pitch black. So much so that I can't even get there. I didn't even realise. Oh, I don't want to be advertising myself with this candle. Though I think everyone we've taken out so far is everyone who's facing this way, so I might have to remove it once we clamber up here. Not it's ever stopped me before. isn't just a prisoner trying to weaken his fortitude. Now, I don't know much about moth priests, but they're only a person.
Is someone there?
Let me try this. I can't seem to do anything with it, no matter how much I slap it. Okay.
Over here.
Okay, that kind of stuff scares me. Get around and behind. And maybe, just maybe, I might swig something if I have something to swig. So I suspect I may not. You were saying? Turn it in, Serana. Come on. Have some taste. The vampires here? Were they freshly woken? And, sorry, I really should do something about this. Can anyone find a stone? Or something? It looks as if a stone was slot into there, so... maybe I should search all the vampires. One of them will have to be that Malchus guy. Try this guy. I think it looks as if it matches up, so let's give that a go. Pop it in the top, give it a smack with a fist and see what happens. I mean, that's the worst that could possibly happen, eh? It could explode with everything contained therein, but let's give it a whirl. Alright, everyone down there, surround the fella. Oh no, he's turned! He's come after me!
Stop! I healed! That wasn't me. You were fighting.
Am I supposed to believe
I could see through my
that?
eyes, but I could not control my actions. Thank you for breaking that foul vampire's hold over me.
He had a hold over you even in death?
I owe you a debt for the timely rescue.
What do you know about the Elder Scrolls?
Not as much as I would like. Even after spending decades of my life in study of the Elder Scrolls, they remain a great mystery to me. It's true for most of my brothers in the Order as well. We don't really know where the scrolls came from or who wrote them. What we do know is that some are born with the special gift to read the Elder Scrolls. These chosen few can divine events of the past and future within the scrolls, though in time, it drives us to blindness. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell. Even today, the Elder Scrolls remain a great enigma.
So that's where you come in, is it? You can read some of these Elder Scrolls?
It is our sacred duty to study the Elder Scrolls. We read these ancient scrolls of prophecy in order to divine the future, and we use that knowledge to aid the Emperor. Sometimes, we venture out into the world in search of more scrolls for our library at the White Gold Tower. That is the very purpose that first brought me to Skyrim.
So, the White Gold Tower, eh?
It is the great spire at the heart of the Imperial City, among the tallest towers in all of Tamriel. The lower floors are home to the Imperial Council, and the Order of Moth Priests occupies the middle floors. The tower suffered damage in the recent war with the Altmeri Dominion, and is not what it once was. I hope one day to see it restored to its former glory.
So, you and yourself. I was going to ask if you're alright, but all I'm really interested in is you're still operating at full capacity to be able to read an Elder Scroll. I might happen to have one on us, you see.
I'm quite alright, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a moth priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools.
No, I think I know why they needed you. To ransom you? No. Even for a bunch of people like them, that is absolutely not it. We need you for the same purpose that they needed you for, Dexian.
You do? All right then. Enough mysteries.
We need you to unravel a mystery. To be honest, I should probably withhold it from you. That would be the safest thing to do, though at this point I think I'm going to make you do whatever needs to be done, regardless of whether you agree with it or not. I'm going to come clean with you if you want to run away, which I seriously doubt you do. So be it. We'll carry it to Fort Dawnguard and get it done.
You have an Elder Scroll. Remarkable.
Knew it.
If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawnguard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go.
It's nice we don't have to get rough every once in a while. You can find us at Fort Dawnguard, near that Stendar's beacon.
Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
No. You can imagine the horror if you were right next to him. I kind of want to escort you back there, to be honest.
Thank the Divines for you.
Please. Less about the Divines. All it really takes is an elf and a bunch of his cats. An unhelpful vampire who no one seems to notice is actually a vampire. Let's clear the route out of here. Get him on his way. I gotta say, let's get him to the carriage, but it seems a bit inappropriate just now. Yeah. Not considering what the carriage driver told us, but rather my current terms of speaking with that carriage driver. Okay. I've sent Karjo off with a moth priest as that moth priest's own personal escort.
To join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
Rogvir?
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Position. Far you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes. Get on with it!
You betrayed us!
You should tell her that her uncle is
Traitor.
scum that betrayed his high king. Best she know now, Advar.
They're all heart within.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Thorin.
And you...
By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
And you're beheading him now?
Deserve to speak!
How long ago was that? Did the trial really drag on for that long? How much testimony do you have to hear?
Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
Well.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
And he lived happily ever after. I suppose Skyrim? I suppose Solitude is Skyrim's capital city. A lot of testimonies to go to. They must have dragged him through the mud before he... I suppose they knew they were going to behead him straight away. They must have dragged him through the mud for months. Wow. Best go see if I can actually get some potions of cure disease. I was going to go visit a shrine, but I might as well stock up on these as much as I can. Just browsing. On.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
Well, actually, that's why I'm here, so instead of insulting me, maybe you can sell me something for it?
Hello, I'm Gisli. But you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does. We'll speak again later, if we must.
I am keeping hold of that skuma. Do not speak of it. And sorry about that, Erica's sister. Okay.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
I have.
Ah, well. It was a long shot. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
I think you misheard me, but fine. That's completely fine. Have you got a potion of cure disease on you? Yes, you do. I'll take both of them. Sure.
I bet you could get a good price for those gems.
Unlike that lass over there, who's rather rude, I'm probably going to reiterate that. You mentioned something about Whiterun before, where I've actually been there. I said I have been there, but you appeared to mishear me, so I'm going to tell you again, nice and slowly and politely and patronizingly.
My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
Sorry, you're a companion, you're based in Whiterun, let's just play the game. I haven't met her, but I could try to get you some information if that'll put you at peace.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
Fair enough. Right, thank you for the potions.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
I won't.
If you're looking for potions, you should talk to my aunt, Angeline Morard.
You look an interesting lass.
You were there for Rogvir's execution.
Well, it was only a couple of seconds ago. You follow me in? Nasty bit of business that, wasn't it? Was he really dragged through the courts for months?
Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter.
Well, I heard somewhere in the square that he was involved in opening the gates for Ulfric Stormcloak to leave. That true?
You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out.
Really as simple as that? Wow. Well then, I best be off.
People to see and places to go, huh? Later then.
Later.
Hey.
Thank you.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that. You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities.
The road to Whiterun's not safe these days. Lots of travelers just disappear. South of Dragon Bridge. Can't find a trace.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
I'm not here to question Skyrim's traditions. Right then, let me neck this. I suppose. Feeling better already. Must be in the mind though. Takes a bit of time to kick into force, surely. But we should be heading back to Fort Dawnguard. There are a few things to do along the way to do with Fort Dawnguard, but I think now this is so pressing that we should just head straight there. And we're actually going to be walking there. Hope you don't mind. I sent Karjo and the Moth Priest on a quick march down there, so we'll be following them. Maybe we can even catch them up. Probably not. It actually depends on how fast this Moth Priest walks, and whether Karjo actually has to carry the bleeding old man. But the one thing we'll certainly not be doing is when we pass that carriage driver, we will not be smiling or giving any kind of pleasantries. We'll be walking straight past to make sure that he has lost our custom for at least a couple of days to come.